So, if you want to put a plastic connector on the end of like a standard internet cable, you can just go buy a hand crimper at a hardware store for 20 bucks.
Right, yeah. 20 or 30 bucks at most.
Right. So why on earth does an AV retailer called HDTVSupply sell a machine that does basically the exact same thing, but for $3,515?
It's a pretty insane jump in price, I know.
It really is. So today, your mission on this deep dive is to explore the product page for this thing. It's called the VPI CM-90W-110V Crimp Machine. We're going to decode this, hidden world of massive audio-visual infrastructure.
Right, because we need to figure out why a tool designed just to pinch plastic onto wire carries a price tag like a used car.
Exactly. So to start, why is this thing so expensive?
Well, if you've ever actually done it, you know your hands usually ache after manually crimping just like 3 or 4 of those cables.
Oh, absolutely. It's completely brutal.
Yeah, but the price tag here isn't just about saving your grip. It's about what this 90-watt, 110-volt machine actually does to those RJ45 and RJ11 connectors.
Okay, but the specs on the site say it uses both hydraulic and air compressors to function, which, that makes no sense to me at all.
How so?
Well, air compressors are bouncy, right? They're very pneumatic. While hydraulics are slow and crushing, why do you need both of those just to squish a plastic tab? Isn't a $3,500 hydraulic press massive overkill?
It sounds like overkill until you think about what terminating a network cable mechanically requires. You have to force tiny gold pins perfectly through the plastic jackets of 8 separate microscopic copper wires.
Oh, wow.
And you have to do it all at the exact same time. If you do that by hand, the pressure is inherently uneven.
Right, because you're just squeezing a handle.
Exactly. So this machine uses air pressure to swiftly and perfectly align the cable into these easily changeable molds.
Oh, I see. So the air is just for the alignment.
Yeah. And then the hydraulics drop thousands of pounds of perfectly even microscopic force, so every single pin hits its target at the exact same depth.
That makes a lot of sense. A standard hand crimper is really like a pair of cheap scissors, The pressure is unequal depending on where the wire sits in the blade.
That is a really good analogy, yeah.
And this hydraulic machine is more like a guillotine dropping perfectly flat. The pressure is instantly and perfectly distributed across all 8 wires. So, you're eliminating human fatigue, sure, but you're really paying to completely remove the element of physical chance.
Right. And that absolute precision is a terrifying requirement when you look at who HDTVSupply is selling to. They aren't wiring up home offices here.
Definitely not.
They specialize in distributing AV over IP systems, 4K video wall processors, and these massive Wolfpack modular matrix switchers.
Wolfpack, right?
Yeah, they're outfitting venues capable of routing video to staggering 160 TV sports bars.
Which is just wild to think about, because wiring a 160 TV sports bar means someone has to make thousands upon thousands of individual cable connections.
Thousands of them, yeah.
And the buyers of this equipment are clearly operating on raw financial pragmatism. I noticed the site even notes you can save a cool 5% on that $3,500 price tag if you pay via check or wire transfer.
Which tells you exactly who the buyer is. Serious infrastructure builders.
Yeah.
Because with an AV over IP system, you aren't just sending an analog TV signal down a copper wire anymore.
Right. It's all digital now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're breaking 4K video into billions of data packets. If just one of those thousands of crimps isn't microscopically perfect, you drop packets.
And then what happens?
The entire video wall stutters or it just fails completely.
Wow. So the real insight here is just about risk management. When a single bad $2 cable connection can take down a $50,000 video wall during the Super Bowl, spending $3,500 on a crimping tool isn't a cost.
No, it's an insurance policy.
Exactly, it's an insurance policy.
The digital magic you experience at a venue relies entirely on an unshakable, highly engineered physical foundation. The stakes are simply too high for a weak connection.
It makes total sense when you put it like that, yet there's one detail buried on the source's product page that complicates even that physical foundation.
Ooh, what's that?
Well, the webpage specifically notes that this heavy metal hydraulic tool ships with the latest firmware.
Wait, really? Firmware?
Yeah, firmware. Which leaves you to ponder, why exactly does a physical air-compressed pinching machine require digital firmware?
That is bizarre. What kind of smart processing is this heavy machinery doing behind the scenes before it crushes down on a cable?
Exactly. It just leaves you to wonder if that simple split-second act of squeezing a plastic connector is a whole lot smarter and maybe way more complex than we ever realized.